Hi everyone, this is your sister, your own very girl Hope. It's been a while, it's been a long time actually, and I'm so grateful to be here again to speak to us wherever we are. Well, I am just here to share one or few things with us. I just want to talk about the moment we are in, that is the season of this coronavirus that is spreading so fast globally. I just want to bring our minds to know that in every situation, no matter how bad it feels, no matter how bad it looks, no matter how serious the rumors, the information, the news is spreading everywhere, that we should always be optimistic, hoping for something good and something better. With the word that said that at the end of every tunnel, at the end of every storm, there's always a light at the end of the day, and there's always calm. So we should always see things that even though that we all have been asked globally to sit at home, not to go anywhere, not to do our respective businesses, attend our classes, work, that in a way, majorly, in a higher percentage of faith, that it is for our own good. Since we've been asked to stay at home, yeah, it is in a way helping the nation, the world, to curb the spread of this virus. In as much as we feel so bored, we feel tired, we feel that staying at home, like some of us that are always on the move, always going here and there, looking for something to do, yeah, it can be boring. But when we sit down to think about it, we will know that in a way they are helping us to sit down, relax a bit, because most of us for a long time we can't remember the last time we spent a day or 2 days at home. But in disguise, the situation has provided us, in fact, it's a mandate that we must stay at home. So it's high time we convert it to our own good. We can make it a profitable time that we can use to achieve so many things personally and and otherwise. Yeah, this is a time that while we're seated at home, we are saving ourselves, and in the other hand, saving the lives of other people out there. Stay at home. This virus is real, and while we stay at home, let us remove our mind from the negative impact it's having on us. We should always be positive minded, in as much as there are negative things about it, but we should always be thankful and grateful, because there are so many positive things about it that we can always hang on to and be grateful. We can actually turn this moment of loneliness into a time of being extraordinarily busy aside our usual busy schedules. For instance, we've been at home. We just sleep, wake up, we eat, we watch movies and all that. That is not it. Even while you're doing those things, you are still bored, because those things can never remove the boredom from you. You will feel tired. There's nothing else to do. But actually, just a few tips that I want to share with us. We can actually use this period to read. Yeah, we know reading can be very boring. It can be so tiring most times, especially people that are always busy hustling, doing other things. You don't have time to read anymore. You don't have time for all that. But when you set aside, maybe every day you give yourself 1 hour, 2 hours to read on a credible article that can actually improve your knowledge, research on some things. One, it helps your mindset. It improves your mental health. It helps you gain more knowledge. Researching makes you get all this information that we're waiting for people to come and tell us the state of this one, how this one is. We can actually be equipped, inform ourselves, entertain ourselves with these research, because there are some things that we'll be reading. You find that it's not really informing you. It's it's as well entertaining you. It depends on how you set your mindset on it. You don't see reading as the way we used to read it when we are in secondary and primary school, that you are being forced as a compulsory. No, now you read it as a leisure, as a part of making yourself, engaging yourself at home and keeping yourself happy. And when you set your mind on that, you will be understanding and enjoying every bit of what you read. And no knowledge is a waste, remember. So reading is a way to help us curb this moment. Researching on the latest information, everything. It's a way of entertaining yourself as well. Other than most of us that were, especially those of us that think that feel that everything is okay for us. We have a moving family, this one, you don't have everything, life is so perfect for you that you can spend 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours on the phone discussing about people that whether they are bad, it does not concern you. Whether they are rich, it does not concern you. If you kill them, you cannot turn yourself to their name. Why we shouldn't waste our time on dealing on things that cannot yield anything to us, wasting your time on talking. So this time you can actually convert it, because nobody's going anywhere anymore. There's nowhere to see the current trend of fashion, to see this one, see a fellow woman or a man that you will talk about for 1 or 2 hours, that that person doesn't even know that you're talking about him or her. We can actually convert this time to something more good, something more profitable, something more fulfilling, something more worthy. Then on the next thing, it's a solemn moment. A moment that you tend to recall. This time is a time that so many of us, we can't even remember the last time we spent a day or two at home. But this compulsory self-isolation or stay at home, no matter the language you use to describe it with, is a time that you can actually have a moment of reflection. It's a quiet time that when you wake up, you eat, you read, you research, you do some things, feel happy, then you relax and have a sober reflection. Think of the years back. Think of everything. You think of the current life that you're living. Check where you are going to. It's actually a time to plan for the future. It's actually a time of reinforcement. It's actually a time to program yourself. Okay, this is what I will do. Immediately after this thing, this is the push. This is the force. This is the level I am going to operate on. It's not a time to just, if you sit at home for these 2 weeks, 1 month, 6 weeks, depending on the environment, on where you are, you did not achieve anything. It does something to be seen or something that anybody can't see, because self-preparation or self-preparedness is the most important thing that can actually make you have an anchor, a focus point to push in when the time sets in again. Because if it's about this time fading away, it's yes, that is a must. It cannot continue like this forever. But what happens after this time? Think, plan, re-strategize, have new lines of action. If all those of us that think we're too harsh, you're too mean, you're too this, you're too that, you're too puffy, you're all, everything you have is okay. See, why don't you go out there and challenge the virus? So you see, we all are humans. We cannot brag with anything. We cannot say this nothing can happen to me. No, this is a time that we should actually know that we are just humans and we are in this world on a journey. Why don't you make this journey fulfilling at the end of your race and journey too? Why don't you make it something worth that the next generation will remember? When you read and research online, you see that there are people that really made significant, that lived significantly during their lifetime. You can actually use it to edify yourself, modify your lifestyle, reduce, increase, think about the negative things, think about the positive things, and know where you want to improve on and where you need to amend. It's a time to do all that. And again, this is a time that we know that the nations are wailing, the nations are crying. Even the nations that we think have it all, they are crying and wailing. So this is a time that we should actually think and extend to those we know that cannot really at this point in time get themselves prepared for what is on ground. It's a time that no help is so small. It's a time that we can actually reach out, even from the little one we have. We can actually reach out to the next person out there. It's a time for us to shade pride and everything aside, because we don't know what is coming. We don't know how far. We don't know how long it will stay. Actually, be open-minded. You can actually ask your friend. You can actually seek for help. We can actually help if you have. And if you don't have, you can always say, I don't have. Can you please solicit for help? Not to those mouth-wailing fish that are ready to spread the gospel to the entire world and leave their own problems. I believe that when we have this time of reflection and this quiet quality time that is being given to us to relax, refresh our mind and knowledge, it will be something that will end up saying, oh, in these guys, this is good. We send our heartfelt condolence to the people that are being affected. Don't feel that because you are not affected today that you are gadagba, that it cannot touch you. No. These people that have it today, they never planned. In fact, they didn't like it. It was not their intention. So which means anybody can be a victim at any time. So you send your heartfelt prayers to them and keep yourself safe. Keep yourself safe. Keep yourself safe. Keep yourself safe to help save other lives. That is just the key word here. Do not rely on your own understanding. Don't feel that you know it all. Don't feel that you know everything. No, nobody knows it all. Nobody's an island. We are all here to help ourselves. We are all here. We are one in body, soul, and spirit, despite the color, despite how we think we feel like, how beautiful, how ugly, how handsome, how rich, how poor we think. We are all one. We human beings, we are all one in this life. So let us not rely that we know it or no. Seek for more knowledge and more understanding in the credible ways that are good. Then live your life in simplicity. Don't think because it's going well for you, it's because of how perfect you are or you're not feeling hungry. No, think about other people, think about yourself, think about your life. Be simple, be humble. In every situation you find yourself, be grateful, because I have learned in this life that even in those worst situations that I found myself in, even for the situation that I even wanted to kill myself, I wanted to give up on life for, I am now beginning to realize that there is a good purpose for that worst situation that I faced. So in every situation we find ourselves, let us always be hopeful. Let us always be grateful. Let us always hope that at the end of this one, something better, something good, a better situation, another level is coming my way. So, and I pray that as we embrace this moment, because we don't have any choice, there's nothing we can do, let us embrace it wholeheartedly, keeping prayers in our heart always, giving thanks to God, and appreciating one another, being the best you can, and using this time for your own good, for your own advantage, making this time profitable, that at the end of this season, there is something that you will share to your friends, to your family members, to anybody around there, that without, during this time that I was able to get this, I was able to do this. Those of us that are doing business, improve on it. This time doesn't stop us from looking for what to eat. For me, I'm a hairdresser and I do my businesses as much as those that are calling. It doesn't stop me from doing anything. It's just that we have to take preventive measures to stay safe and even to keep the person that is next to us safe. May these days bring us good things, good news, aspirations, hope, good future, a better tomorrow. Take care and have a blessed, pleasant, and lovely season. I love you all.